Hello everybody, welcome to another video from Model Magic Studios. I am Chad. So today I wanted to talk about something that was kind of an interesting project I started a while back. So just a little bit of history. When the Indominus release happened in 2020, I believe it was, or 2019, I can't really remember. There was two sets of that starter box that were super appealing to me. So we have Necrons and then we had Space Marines. Now, at the time, I've been really playing Space Marines and I play Ultramarines. But the Necron side really sort of appealed to me. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I still kept it, kind of thinking, okay, we'll figure that out later. And then 2021 sort of happened, and we started having a bunch more tournaments and stuff. And so I remember I went to one of my local game stores for a tournament, and I believe it was second round. My buddy Walter was playing Necrons, and I had my Space Marines, and he just whipped the floor with me. Like, he crushed me. And at that moment, I thought, you know what? I should probably play Necrons. Like, Marines are in a little bit of a not great spot, but I thought it would be fun to do another army. And then I had another idea, and that idea was, what if I create an army where I don't necessarily have to sit down for like 2 weeks if I want to put another unit in my list? I have a tendency to be a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to things like this, because in my head, like, well, they're gaming pieces, but at the same time, they're pieces that are going to sit on your shelf and you're going to look at for the rest of your life. And sometimes I forget that these are also just gaming pieces. They don't have to be, display level quality. And honestly, once you start putting a whole bunch of them next to each other, you start to kind of see like, oh, this is more of like an army painting style. Or like if you paint for an army, it's slightly different and you kind of get a better idea of what the army looks like overall. But I've never done that before. So this was sort of my first step in doing that. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I should probably record it so I can keep myself honest, because I want to do like sort of weekly updates. I want to do like a vlog sort of style, and hopefully that keeps me honest and keeps me going. I have a goal for this army. The goal is November 2022, which is this year. It's currently July. It's like July 5th or 6th right now. So hopefully that means it takes me a little bit of time to get it done, but it doesn't take me too long to get it done. So we're going to go over to the desk in just a second, and I'm going to show you guys what all I have for this army. It's probably about 2,500 points. Do I need to paint 2,500 points? Probably not. Am I going to? Maybe. Who knows? But I do have a list together, and I'll sort of walk you guys through that list, and then we can talk about add-ons and stuff. But hopefully this sort of gives me a step forward in putting together a new army. Hopefully it encourages some people out there to start a new army without the sort of like, I have to paint everything perfectly all the time. Because you really don't. Sometimes painting an army is totally different than painting a single miniature. So anyways, let's go over to the desk and I'll show you guys what all we have. Alright, so here is the entire Necron army that I have built. Some of you will notice that there are certain things like this Night Scythe here and some Scarabs over here are painted / primed, so those are very old, but they're still going to work in this army. So here is the list that I have, and I'll show you. This is definitely way more than what I'm thinking of building and painting for November. So starting off, well, hopefully this camera will focus. So I have two Necron Ghost Arcs. It was a hard word to think of for some reason. They are assembled as best as I can get. Mostly what that means, riders, or the driver / back area is built, and all of the individual ribs are also built. And then I have the riders / broken dudes, and the guns, and then this piece. Though they're all separate, so it's easy for me to paint them a little bit more efficiently. But that's what they're in the state of currently. So those two ghost arcs for the Necrons. Then we're going to start with the vehicles. So then we'll move to one of these Scarab Spider boys, the Triarch Stalker. I think every Necron army should have at least one of those. They're very good. I have in baggies. This is a Necron Doomsday arc, I believe it is. It's the Forge World one that has the big floppy thing, or the big loopy front, and it shoots a big gun that has like a... It's like a flamer, or it can shoot like 24 inches or 48 inches. It gets stronger or weaker depending on how far away it is. So, alright. Option number 1 for the list is a command barge and or annihilation barge. So we'll see. This list recently got like about 130 points off of it, so that's sort of where my extra bodies could come in. I have a Night Scythe and or Doom Scythe. I have another one that's not assembled yet, but I'm kind of wavering on what I want to do with that, if I want to include it at all. As far as troops go, we have mandatory 20 warriors with Gauss, and then 20 warriors with the Reaper Flare, whatever they're called. The Reapers? I don't know. Anyways, these are the Strength 5, AP -2, I think, guns, and these are the Strength 4, -1 guns. I have 20 of each of those, so the goal, or the plan right now, is to put 10 in each of the Ghost Arcs of these guys, and then I have one big brick of 20 running around of those guys. I have two units of 5 Tesla Immortals, and I don't know if you can see this at all. Let's see if this will zoom. Focus, not really. I put the Deathmark heads on those because I thought it was kind of cool, and they're a little different. So, let's just go back to front. So we have I don't even remember what he's called. It's the guy that helps the warriors stand up. We have one of the new fancy destroyer units, the heavy destroyers, with a super big gun, because apparently that one is not as good, but that's what I built first, so we might add another one. We have a Catan Shard. Again, this was not necessarily a present, but this was a gift from Walter because he had a couple extra of the big boys, I don't know what they're called, the obelisk things, that he didn't use. We have a unit of 3 bikes because apparently bikes are very good. I put I put the Gauss guns on them because my plan is to do them as Sawtech, and apparently those are okay in Sawtech. Anyways, a unit of 6 Wraiths, all with whip coils. Yeah, we'll see if they end up becoming a thing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like 20-ish scarabs, give or take. Again, I don't know if I'll use those in the list. We'll sort of see. 5 Lich Guard with Forsyths. And then we go to all the HQs. Now, I will only be using 3 HQs. I will be using Nimisor Zandrik, I think that's what it is. Oh boy. One of the new Cryptek sort of models that heals warriors and stuff pretty good. Apparently he's like almost an auto-include in a lot of lists. And then the last one is, I believe it's this guy, the Chronomancer. So I have that one. I also have a guy that allows you to fire / fall back, I think is what he does. I was going to say Tomb Guardian, but I know that's not right. Royal Warden, there it is. I got 2 units of the protection guys that keep the Crypteks alive. I had 2 units of those initially thinking, okay, I want those guys because they are good at holding objectives and whatever. Apparently that's not as much of a case now, but I still have them. Who knows if I'll use them. I might paint them up. I don't know. I got the guy that does mortal wounds. I forget what he's called. Then I have the psychic sort of guy. I don't think I'll ever use this model, but I just really liked it, and so that's why I bought it. We got the Overlord guy. I don't know if this is it. Anyways, that's from the Indominus set. Then we got the Cryptek with the scarab looking thingy that came out a long ass time ago. So that one's a fun little list, or that's a fun unit. Again, I don't know if I'll use them or not. We'll see. Maybe he gets added in. And then I got a unit of the 3 destroyer dudes that with the scythes. Apparently they're very good, so I might look at getting some more of those. But yeah, so this is the army as it stands currently. I have bought foam for everything, so everything has a home currently. But yeah, this is a lot to paint. So I'm hoping that I can work through it. I'm hoping I can get some practice in to figure out how I want to do some of the techniques and make them more efficient. And then I got to figure out what exactly is going in the list. So it's a lot of stuff to look at. Hopefully I have enough time to paint it all, and hopefully it looks good on the table. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back and watch some more. Hopefully you keep me honest. And yeah, if you're curious, just last minute things, the blue little crystal things are from Green Stuff World, and that's really the only like specialty thing on here. So everything else is like sand, super glue, and flock. So anyways, alright, appreciate you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. Appreciate it. Bye.